And round 7 in the 2025 Dewar Shield rolls on in Melbourne's East between Box Hill in 6th place and Kiwi Hawthorn in 8th. This is Rugby Victoria's Match of the Day program. And it's round 7 for Respect Round. Respect Round in rugby is a dedicated round to promote a safe and respectful environment in the sport. It emphasises fair play, sportsmanship and respect for all involved, including players, referees, volunteers and spectators. This round aims to create a positive and enjoyable experience for everyone involved in the game. Kiwi Hawthorn to kick off. Black jerseys, black shorts, black socks. They're running left to right. And Box Hill, red, white and blue hoops, navy blue shorts and socks. Box Hill to receive the kick-off. And it's out wide and tackled straight away. Short kick-off this time for Kiwi Hawthorn. They cut back to the inside. Of course, Box Hill coming off a draw last week away to Melbourne University, whilst Kiwi Hawthorn had a big loss at home to the Harlequins. Early penalty to Box Hill. Plenty of other Dewar Shield matches happening today as this penalty is taken quickly. Footscray hosting Melbourne at the Dog Pound. Quins and Uni. And Endeavour Hills against Powerhouse, whilst Moorabbin have the draw. Going broadcast side now. Trying to pick it out is that scrum half in Burkett. They're going to pick and go quickly. Nicely done. They've got one more if they want it. That's who they'll get to in the winger. And Tama Nalevu gets around 1, 2 and 3 onto the 22, but it was found into touch. Touch wins out again, as it always does. Early line out, this time for Kiwi Hawthorn. Of course, two of the Lindroth Cup games have happened already today. Endeavour Hills and Powerhouse played out a 29-point draw, whilst West lost at home to Footscray 5-17, and Melbourne Unicorns handed a default win. So it's a 28-0 win against the Country Barbarians. Kiwis with a bit of a break on that far side. Ball's gone loose. We're going to come back for a penalty offside. Kiwis fly half. Jacob Chilcott to kick. Stays in touch, and Box Hill can run it straight now. Edging towards halfway. Getting out Burkett. Trying to run through now. Plenty of numbers wide, including that winger, Tama Nalevu. Umpire, or referee rather, calls tackle, and we can go again. Trying to come through. Number 17, I've got listed as Wakalala. And a penalty for Kiwi Hawthorn. Collapsing the ruck. And they'll be able to kick on halfway if he wants to. Jacob Chilcott. Won't find touch this time. Into the winger, Tama Nalevu. Tries to dance around one. Can't quite. A big tackle nicely done by the centre in Jojo Lagi. Here come Box Hill. Going to go out wide. Fly off with nice hands. That's Lockwood. Going to have to dance back and try and go again. The winger in Kanalagi. Kanalagi gets the offload. And they might come up the guts here, Box Hill. They can nicely. Not too much space to work with. They've got men wide if they want it. Offload nicely done. Box Hill are going to find first points of the game. The tackle was tried by Chilcott. Box Hill too strong. 5-0 kick to come. Going to need to be a big kick on the angle. Here for Joe Lockwood. He was the fly half in our match of the day broadcast a couple of weeks ago at this ground. Raining conditions against Endeavour Hills where they lost that one. Lockwood kicks. Lockwood converts 7-0. Kick off short again to that far side. Was that an early tackle? Referee tells one to play on. Box Hill regather possession and try to go. Burkett got through the centre. Edie Gosling now. Burkett again, left side. You got numbers wide here, Box Hill. If they want it, the outside centre gets it nicely. In Dalai. Trying to get through. Now Tama Nalevu goes on a bit of a run to the 10. Now a big break. Box Hill can come. That's through Hall. Hall gets his offload nicely done. Ball's being knocked on. Kiwis have possession and somewhat of a free hit at it. We'll come back for that knock on. We'll come back for the scrum. It's going to be fed by Kiwi Hawthorn. Beautiful sunny day in Melbourne's East. Hoping for not a cloud in the sky. Hopefully nice running rugby. We know Box Hill can produce good football. And the Kiwis as well, for that matter. Early push from Box Hill. They might get the ball back. They're going to get the scrum penalty. It's 7-0. I think they'll kick for the corner, exactly what Joe Lockwood will do. Into the 22, line out to come. Go the long line out. One nicely and more ensues. Not getting any space. They can try and go. That's what they'll do, short side. And here they come. Gets his hands off. Try Box Hill. Under the bar. 12-0 kick to come. Kick nicely done. 2 tries converted now, 14-0. That try in the end goes to Josh Walker. Not gone 10 minutes in this one. Kiwis are on the back foot early. They'll go short kick off again to that far side. Contest ensures, bounce back nicely. Kiwis to get into their 22 for the first time. Comes back to the back rower in Turton. On the 22 they are. Centre field now. Kicks. Running on towards the centre. And Jojo Lagi. Did he get first hands on a try? Kiwis punch back. 14-5 kick to come. And a try from kickoff. Must convert this. Chilcott. Goes quickly. Can't miss from there. 14-7. Nicely converted by the fly-half Jacob Chilcott. Of course, his try assist was nominated back in round 1 for the try of the round. His attempted drop goal from 50 out. Try ended up being scored by Levi, the fullback, I think. Here we go, restart. Lockwood to kick. Box Hill's first kick off of the match. Trying to get it was Box Hill, but Turton for Kiwis are going to hold on to it. Getting it out to your Papa So. We'll push back. Here's Levi now. He's held up inside their 22. They've dropped Chilcott back into the pocket. They might kick for cover here. Goes the up and under instead. Box Hill can hold on to it. Got those numbers wide. Furthest wide is Timo, the number 8. They won't get there to him. The winger in Tamana Levu. Ball's been knocked on by Apasai Temo. And Kiwis will build for a scrum on their own 22 line. 14-7. Beautiful day in Melbourne's East. Box Hill snatching those first 2 tries, of course. Kiwis bouncing back those last couple of minutes, which they had to do. Binds a call, wait for set. Set's a call. Big push from Box Hill. Their scrum's been impressive so far. They'll get another scrum penalty out of it. No complaints from their scrum in these first 11 or so minutes. Lockwood to kick for the corner. We'll get that out. Just about 20 metres from home. Line out to be thrown by Box Hill and their hooker in Lalau Vaki. Long line out again. And we'll wait for the maul. Big early push from Box Hill and trying to get through is the number 8 in Timo. Falling short, but they're 5 from home. They've got numbers to the left if they can get there, but they just can't through Lockwood. Lockwood trying to break. Momentum building for Box Hill. Here they come through the second row in Bright. Bright is there. And Box Hill get their third try. Keep to come, but 19-7. An impressive set piece from the Broncos. Been a perfect kicking game thus far. Lockwood to kick. Kicks nicely again. 21-7. Box Hill respond to Kiwi's try. They've shown to be strong in their set pieces today. Scrumming well, throwing well in the lineouts. And then that rolling maul pushed them nicely, or edged them closer to the line. Kiwis to get us back underway. Got to change. Kiwis potentially might have to make a replacement. Wait and see. Thumbs up given. The medic has to get off the park. We can go again. That's just gone the 10 metres. Pulls it out. And knocked on by Box Hill. Build for a scrum. Just quickly around the grounds in the Dewar Shield. Footscray 7-0 up against Melbourne. The Quins have jumped Melbourne Uni early 19-0. And Powerhouse down at Endeavour Hills 10-0 In that one, of course, Moorabbin, after their loss last week, have the bye. Maybe they're still celebrating Pete Sami returning to Australian rugby. Binds the call. Set, big push from Box Hill again. And again a penalty scrum. Or scrum penalty, rather. They've been far too strong, the Box Hill Rugby Club. Kiwis have got no answers in that scrum. That kick goes out just over halfway, and they're inside the attacking half. Only 15 or so minutes played thus far. We've seen 4 tries already. Glorious day for rugby. Perfect for traditional running rugby. Line out one nicely from Box Hill, and they can come up through centre field. Trying to get through was Waka. Pulls it out to their right. Lockwood. He's called for it. Scrum advantage for Kiwi Hawthorn. For knock on. Here they come, the Kiwis. They're going to go short side. Trying to get it through. Their winger and Toro. Or Tono, rather. Up onto the 10. Fly off into your Papaso. Comes through centre field. Chilcott can't get there. He's held up. Jojo Lagi pulls up through centre field into the 8 in Hines Townsend. Committing numbers to the ruck for Box Hill, but couldn't win it. Here comes a crushing prop. Past the 10 now. Phases are building. Chilcott goes out wide. Kiwis have got space to break. Through Tono. And in the end, Kurabola will score the try for Kiwis. And we'll come back to 21-12. Kick to come. Perfect display of running rugby. Clean skills, fantastic on that far side from Kiwi Hawthorn. They're sticking with Box Hill today. So that kick was good. 21 rather to 14. Back underway through Lockwood. He'll push him back to the 22, the Kiwis. Trying to tackle for Box Hill there was Bright. Now the Kiwis can try to go far side. Not a nice pass. Levi kicks. That was Kurabola that kicked. Levi got his hands to him. Here they go. Comes back to Featherstone, the fullback. Onto the 10. Box Hill trying to go. Not finding space just yet. Here they go, Bright. There's a couple to take him down, and does in the end. The pick and go. Duilalavaki. Sticking to that far side, big tackle. And a dumping tackle. There'll be a penalty for Box Hill. Quickly gone. Into the only shaded part of the park. Here they go, pick and go. Held up just short. They've got numbers wide. Fancy feet. Trying to get over the line was Temo. We're going to come back for the offside penalty. Currently in the hands of Peter Burkett, the scrum half. Been changed in the halves from our last match of the day broadcast here. They come for the scrum, and fair enough for Box Hill. They've been so dominant with it thus far. 21-14. Sets a call. Holding up. Well, not so much anymore was Kiwi Hawthorn. This scrum follows on. Trying to go for the line and is there. (26-14) kick to come. Another try for Box Hill. And another try from a set piece. We'll await the kick from Joe Lockwood. Kicks, nicely done. 28-14. And how will the Kiwis respond? Of course, today's match referee, Shannon McLaughlin. Just about ready to get back underway, waiting for the ball. High scoring affair thus far. Kiwis, though, you'd feel are still right in this. If only they could get their scrum right. They can try and go from kick-off. We'll go short side. Into the 22 they go, Kiwi Hawthorn. Trying to get through the prop now, and Pritchard. He's held up. I want to say another 10 metres from home. Trying to go the offload. Bit too fancy. Touch wins in the end. The referee McLaughlin's pulled something out. Got to build for the scrum. Must have been a knock on in there. Be a scrum to Box Hill. Another change incoming for the Kiwis as well. Scrum, nicely done by Box Hill. Big push and a big win. They're trying to go through centre field. Got a couple numbers right if they can get out there quickly into the fullback in Featherstone. Featherstone can go. Sees a channel open. Tackled from behind. Back through the midfield. I'll have to pull it back all the way right now. Burkett, that's what he'll do. Ball goes loose. Knocked on. Incoming scrum for Kiwi Hawthorn. I wonder how thrilled they are about that. They just need to get the ball, hook it out quickly and get out of there. Big push from Box Hill. Kiwis get it out there though nicely through the number 8 in Hines Townsend. Want to go wide. It'll be a penalty for Kiwi Hawthorn. And Chilcott to punt for the line. Hugson will get it inside the 22. It's caught 15 from home. Line out to be thrown by the Kiwis. They'll go trying to win it was the back rower in Turton and does. Ruck Beelton will come back through the midfield. Chilcott ends up back with on the 22. Here they go now, Levi. Bartholomew Levi. Edging a couple metres forward. High tackle penalty advantage now for the Kiwis. They can go one more on that fast side. We're going to have to come back for the penalty. Touch wins in the end, but it was a free head at it. And penalty for high tackle. And they're going to kick for the points. They're going to take points on offer. We'll try and hack back at this lead that Box Hill currently have. Successful kick from Chilcott here. Brings it back to an 11-point margin. Well and truly in the reach of the Kiwis today. He's kicked well and stays true to that. 3 points taken, 11-point ball game. You feel like the Kiwis are coming. Lockwood to get us back underway. They favoured this broadcast side, this left side. That's sort of where they'll go. Stays somewhat true though. Onto the 22 is where the tackle's formed. Box Hill have somehow ended up with it. And here they go. Lockwood. Lockwood. Onto the 22. Bring it out, Burkett. And trying to run it straight. Nicely done. Ball's been knocked on. Kiwis with that scrum advantage. Pulls it back into the pocket. Chilcott, crossfield kick. Well, maybe here they go. Kiwis coming up through centre field. Gets it out. And it's been fumbled. And Kiragoina will have to build for the scrum. No scrum advantage. We'll keep going with the Broncos. And we're going to await this scrum for the knock-on. Box Hill to feed it. Kiwi's done well there, though. Big territory gain. Push Box Hill back into their own half. Binds the call. Referee's happy for them to set and push. Kiwis holding up. I reckon they've hooked that back. And Kiwis can go from the scrum. Trying to pull short side. Ball's gone loose. How's it gone loose though? Penalty. And they'll go quickly, Kiwis. Going short side was the back row and Turton. Can hold up. And go again. Chilcott, crossfield kick. Almost into full forward, running on towards the centre. And Jojo Lagai. He's happy with a try. And maybe try of the day. Perfect kick from Chilcott. And the centre in Jojo Lagai gets the try for Kiwi Hawthorn. Edging in on half an hour. 28-22 kick to come. Kiwi's got to be happy with that. Chilcott as the playmaker has had a phenomenal opening half an hour, converts that try. About to get back underway. 28-24. Kiwis having a red hot crack in Melbourne's East. Somewhat of an eastern suburbs derby in this one. Hawthorn and Box Hill. Lockwood gets us back underway. Been end-to-end rugby thus far. Retaining from kick-off, Box Hill can go. Ball gets out for Burkett. And we'll come back through centre field. Lockwood gets it to his man in Waka. And trying to go. It was Dalai. Till he was held up. Somewhat of a counter ruck from Kiwi Hawthorn. And now trying to run it straight. Waka. We come back through centre field. Into the hooker. And now want to go wide. Lockwood tries to get it to the fullback in Featherstone. Touch will win in the end. And the pressure was building for the Broncos. Kiwis holding up their end of the bargain in this one. Ball was knocked on. As you'd imagine from... It was knocked on by Featherstone, the fullback in the end. We'll build for the scrum. Still in Kiwi Hawthorn's half. Take a moment in play. There was a Box Hill hook it down behind plate. Just quickly from around the Dewar Shield grounds this afternoon. Footscray 21 against Melbourne 7. Powerhouse still lead at Endeavour Hill 17-10. Down in Ashwood at the Harlequin Club, the Quins 43-7 against Melbourne Uni, edging towards half time. Just down the highway. But we've definitely got a game on their hands in Melbourne's East. Match of the day program living up to its name. Big push from Box Hill as they've done all day. Burkett gets it out and then go through centre field. Trying to get through as Waka. Into their 22 they go. Go short side. There's Hall. And trying to get around him was Bright. We'll go short side here. We've got numbers wide if they want it. And Gaviri held up short. Burkett go right side into the 17 in Wakalala. Kiwis have ended up with it. I reckon that was offside. And it's going to be yellow as well. To the roar of the Kiwi Hawthorn crowd. It was definitely offside. Well done by Kiwis. Chilcott will want to go quickly. Try and expose the 14-man Box Hill. Kiwis will go. Goes the up and under, trying to run onto it. Was Levi. Ends up in the hands of Featherstone. Good tackle and good counter ruck from Kiwis. Going to Gary Owen. Back into the 22. That was Burkett. Won't find touch. Chilcott will just have to kick. Nice touch find up. Out and over. Line out to come Box Hill. And we will await this line out. Good crowd down at the stables today for this one. Of course, Kiwi's first visit back to Box Hill since rejoining the Dewar Shield this season. By all reports, have been well supported to this point of the season. I think we were just awaiting a replacement hookup. Early jump, nicely done. Box Hill retain the ball. Featherstone now through centre field. Breaks one. This is a nice little channel that's open for him if he can keep his feet. Featherstone to the line. And the channel opened for him and he took it. Try time, Box Hill. 33-24, kick to come. This is to push it back out to beyond 10 points. Of course, Box Hill will be without their fly half in Joe Lockwood for the next couple of minutes, and then a couple of minutes into the second half as well. 14 on 15, but a very handy try to get, all things considered. Stepping up to the plate this time, Rory Featherstone to convert his own try for the Box Hill Rugby Club. Here comes the fullback. Wind just starting to pick up. Try converted again, and the perfect kicking game rolls on. 35-24, 11-point margin, couple minutes to go until the halftime break. Plenty of support here for the away side as well. Plenty of support for them as well in the live stream comments. They're well supported, the Kiwis. They'll get us back underway. That was Chilcott. That kick off has gone out. And we'll come back to halfway. We're going to come back to halfway for the scrum. Couple of minutes to play, no real stoppages to speak of in this first half, so I imagine we'll just get to 40 and call it. It's going to be built. That might take a moment. We won't get the set. That'll have to be rebuilt. Referee McLaughlin not happy with the scrum. So we're on halfway due to the Kiwis kick-off mishap. Box Hill to feed the scrum. Sets a call. Early push from Box Hill. They'll end up with it. The back row and Temo. Here they go. Far side, dances around one. Loses his footing. Gets his offload. Out. Here they come, Box Hill. They're going to push for the corner. If that pass can pull off, it does. Offloads galore. Into the corner. And try. Back-to-back tries for Box Hill. Score out to 40 with a kick to come. Their 7th for the afternoon. Kiwis, I'm sure, will be hoping for halftime and block this bleeding. A couple of tries in quick succession. To be converted again by Rory Featherstone on that far side on the 22. Kick is going to go short. Won't make the distance. And we will stay at 40-24. 7 tries to 3. Box Hill going to go in with a pretty handy advantage to halftime. I think referee McLaughlin's just called 2 minutes to play. Here we go, Chilcott, kick left-hand side. That's a better kick. Ball's been dropped out of the tackle. Referee says it's gone backwards. Kiwis to try and hold on to possession. Box Hill regather somehow in that ruck. And they can go on their defensive 10-metre mark. Featherstone kicks. Nice little dribbler for the corner. Ball's not going to get to touch. Levi goes around his legs. A nice little kick forward by Walker. Walker! Box Hill with their 8th try. Socket it nicely. And ball just went through Levi's legs. Box Hill score again, a chance to convert for Rory Featherstone, who set up that play with his kick. So inside their attacking half. (45-24). Taking his time here, Featherstone. Featherstone kicks. Very nicely done. Try converted, half-time. 47-24. Box Hill kicked away late in that half. And they'll go in after the first set of 40 with a handy advantage. Match of the day for the Dewar Shield in Melbourne's East. Box Hill, Kiwi, Hawthorn. And it's the home side who lead to half-time.
If he doesn't win, it's like this.
Maybe you can get your mate
All I'm hearing is Ben's going to play as well. On your Ben. Well done, Ben. Yes. Come on down.
I reckon I could be an okay fielder.
We can accommodate that. That's called
We can do that.
tea and drinks.
They get really good athletes.
To be honest, there has been at times there has been very bred. Very bred with the tower and the sprinkles on top.
You can start with the third team.
I don't think I've heard that, but it makes sense.
Oh wow! No, that's a game changer. That is a game changer. Wow.
And the Nutella pizza with strawberry on top. Yeah.
Daddy tried to get it at third team. Yes, but they got lost.
That wasn't my team. We won 2 games of the year. They should be putting me in at 4.
Always the plan. With your best to squad the second 11 is all abilities and disabilities.
If that's your shot,
Hey, that's all right. Number one, if you get it, that's fine. That's just an unfair advantage, really, isn't it?
so like that.
It's good inspiration there. Have you seen mine?
So a good first half from Box Hill. A good 3/4 of that first half for Kiwi Hawthorn as well. Tries to half-time. Yabanchich with one. Waka with the late one. Bright, Samo, Featherstone. Waka's got a double actually. And Tamana Levu. The try scorers for Box Hill. For the Kiwis. Giorgio Lagi with a double. And Paul Tono with a single. All tries bar one have been converted. Lockwood still a couple minutes to play. The fly half, that is, for Box Hill. Still a couple minutes to play with his yellow card. Kick-off back underway. And O'Callaghan has it for Kiwi Hawthorn. Penalty for Box Hill, holding on to the ball. For far too long, says the referee. They'll cut back through centre field. Here they come, Featherstone. Going out wide. They've got numbers out wide and a bit of space to work with. Onto the 22. Touch won't win this time. Kiwis regather. Here they go, running it straight. Kiwi Hawthorn was the prop in Pritchard. He's done that a couple of times today. This time through the hookup in Gardner. Unsure what to work with. Kiwi Hawthorn unable to make territory up at the moment. Here they go, back to Chilcott. Kicks down the line. Bounces back. Kiwis might regather here. Somehow Box Hill have ended up with it. And a scrum advantage. Here they go, Featherstone. Into Sunarive, the skipper. Featherstone again. Little grubber kick. And trying to run onto it is the winger in Kanalagi. Touch wins in the end. The build for a line out for the Kiwis. Going quickly is going to be Chilcott. Mightn't have been the right decision. They're stuck 10 metres from their own try line. Kiwi Hawthorn. Back into the pocket goes Chilcott. And he'll kick. High kick for touch. It's into touch. And they'll take the line out quickly through Kanalagi. Straight up the guts goes Tamana Levu. And out wide, here they go. Box Hill are just going to walk it over the line. And keep this lead going. Another try for Box Hill. The kick will come from under the bars. Scores just quickly for you from around the Dewar Shield. Footscray 24, Melbourne 12. Quins 55 to Melbourne Uni 7. And Powerhouse side in a blowout. Endeavour Hills 31 to 10. Rubbing with the bite. Perhaps somewhat of an upset at the dog pound. Footscray 24 to 12 over Melbourne Unicorns. Rating the Unicorns highly this year. Footscray have been just as impressive. Touchy and the referee have a word with each other. Referee's pulled out a red card for a Kiwi Hawthorn player. That is incredible. And they will be short a number now. The Kiwi Hawthorn Rugby Club. So his day's done. It's Jacob Chilcott. He's not happy about the red card. So we'll wait the kick here for Featherstone. So it's 14 on 14 at the moment. We haven't seen Lockwood re-enter. Easy as that, try converted. Box Hill extend their lead further. Feel like the Kiwis now might just struggle a little bit. And so without Chilcott, who's been their primary playmaker today, they might struggle, Kiwis. They'll kick us off. And Box Hill haven't copped a tackle yet. Still in their own half. Burkett to Featherstone. He won't kick. They'll go again. Back onto the ground is Lockwood. So it's 15 on 14. Couple of offloads. Champagne football onto the 10. Past the 10. Now into their attacking half. Big intercept, and here come Kiwi Hawthorn. No, ball knocked on. We'll have a scrum on the 10-metre mark. Box Hill's attacking half. Of course, the final round of Super Rugby as well this weekend. The Blues in Auckland at Eden Park. The Waratahs of New South Wales needed a win. They needed a good win to make finals. It's the Blues 43 to New South Wales 6. Scrum penalty, and they'll tap and go quickly. Box Hill. Coming back through centre field. Jumping on, straight onto it for Kiwi Hawthorn was Genesis Gardner. But Box Hill will hold on to possession. Burkett trying to get through. Edie Gosling. Little grubber kick. And here they come. From all angles of Box Hill. Jumping onto the ball and a try. A fantastic try. Story of the day for the Broncos. 51-19. With a kick to come. Angle wrapped around a little bit, but it's been a good kicking day for Box Hill. Lockwood to kick. He's back on the park. Kick is good. Touchy's happy with it. Try converted. 61-24. This game's starting to blow out. Of course, the Kiwis playing a man down. And a change for Box Hill now.
We don't know what the weather's going to be on the day.
Away to ball. Coming from the park. For Box Hill was the try scorer. Edie Gosling. A good day for the prop. Kicking to the left again, Kiwis. Sun starting to set on Melbourne's East. Burkett pulls it to his left. Trying to get through was the back rower in Hall. They sort of want to go short side. They can't quite get it there until now. Coming through Waka. Gets his offload. Box Hill might be able to go here. Pulling toward the 22. Are they going to retain possession? No, they won't. They've held on to it. They've dragged it in. It'll be a penalty, Kiwi Hawthorn. I think you've got a punt here. That's what they'll do. Little check side kick. Pushes them past halfway by about a metre. Line out on halfway, the far side of Sparks Reserve. Jumping for it, the second rower. It's going to end up to the back into Pritchard. And this time, Kiwi Hawthorn hold on to it for too long. And they'll give up the penalty. Lockwood, he'll be able to kick him into territory. Nicely done. 30 or so from home. Line out taken. Box Hill can go into the 22. And here they come for the line. Fantastic try. Their set pieces have been unbelievable today, Box Hill. Another try for the home side. So the applause of the Stables. And with a kick to come, they can put another 2 points on Kiwi Hawthorn. Box Hill searching for their second win of the season, of course, drawing last week away to Melbourne University out of Parkville. And if they can do it in front of their home fans tonight, you'd imagine the clubhouse will be celebrating long into the evening. Lockwood to convert the try. He's just outside the 22 on that far side. Lockwood kicks. Doesn't quite get there. Falls out to the left. Try stays unconverted. 66-24. Rugby Victoria's match of the day program. Of course, the rugby continues next week. Of course, a long weekend. We're out Powerhouse next weekend on the match of the day. Couple of replacements potentially getting ready, including the replacement scrum half in Sargent for Box Hill. There we go, kick straight down the guts. There's one of those replacements for Box Hill now. They've exited their 22 perfectly today, Box Hill, and they're going to go far side. There's a man out there, luckily, because Box Hill are going to go past the 10, past the 22, almost. He's going to be held up. No! Gets his offload. The pass has been knocked on, thrown forward, whatever you'd like. It's going to be a scrum on the 5 metre line for Kiwi Hawthorn. They were home and hosed, Box Hill. And unfortunately, I'd say the tackle was just too good for Kiwi Hawthorn. Still a bit to play out in this one. Still got almost half an hour to go. 66-24. Still a chance for plenty of points to come on. Coming on for Kiwi Hawthorn, or back on, Kiragoina, the number 13. Will await the scrum. Scrum with a big push from Box Hill. And that ball, they've been tackled inside their own zone, so we're going to come back for a scrum now. This time, Box Hill's chance to roll the dice. We'll watch this set play from Box Hill. Binds a call. Featherstones come away from the fullback position. The closest side here. Big push. Scrum penalty for Kiwi Hawthorn. They'll tap and go quickly through centre field. They don't have the numbers wide. And another penalty pulled out for a high tackle. Of course, missing their fly half in Chilcott now. Kicking duties on Bartholomew Levi. Kicks up to halfway. It's not going to quite find touch. Only as far as Pita Sigalale. Through centre field. This is Featherstone. Into Lockwood. Lockwood with the fancy feet. Can't get around his tackler though. edging towards the 10. And he's held on to the ball for too long. Penalty, Kiwi Hawthorn. Kiwis penalty on their 10. Kicking this time was Kiragoina, who's just re-entered the park. The sun sets on Box Hill. Still with 20 plus minutes to go. Box Hill have managed to gradually increase this score. Constant pressure of tries. Kiwis turn with the line out. Line out's gone short. And to the left, so Box Hill will take it. Tries to Gary Owen and into touch. Might have collected a hand on the way through. We'll wait and see the decision. It has, so Box Hill throw. Referee McLaughlin wants them to get a move on. Box Hill and Kiwi Hawthorn for Rugby Victoria's match of the day. Line out to come. Goes over the top. Taken by Box Hill, and they can try go Lockwood into Waka. And here they come up centre field. The counter ruck was good. Ball went loose. What can the Kiwis do? They just need to take the ruck and reset. They've got Levi out to their left if they want it, including Tono, who's a try scorer. Trying to get through the centre was the double try scorer in Jojo Lagi. Here they come, back rower into Turden. Gets around one, but another second. It was a high tackle, so a free hit at it for Kiwi Hawthorn. Trying to come through the prop in Boral Gear. He's up to the 22. Kiwi still with the advantage. To Levi. Into Hines Townsend. Unable to make territory, but they've got numbers wide if they want a Kiwi Hawthorn. Into the 22 they go. We're going to come back for the penalty, no advantage. Probably a better position on this near side. What's for the high tackle? They're going to tap or they're going to kick. Got in the hands of Alfie Clausen. They skip up. They're going to kick for the corner. Out and just over the 22. Line out to come. So line out to come, Kiwi Hawthorn. We're on the short line out. Is that okay? Yes, it is. Through Gardner. Almost pushed it into touch. We'll hold on to it. 5 metre line. Kiwis to go. They need to commit numbers to the ruck. Ball's gone loose. No, it hasn't. Kiwis regather. Sorrow. To your Papa Sorrow with a little run. The pick and go nicely done by Hines Townsend. Been pushed back 10 metres from home. Trying to get through is the hooker and Gardner. Free hit out of Kiwi Hawthorn. They've still got the ball. Ball gear. Unable to make any metres. We'll go again. And for offside, no advantage. Kiwis will go. See Papasaurus kick that over his head, but will end up back with it. Trying to do it all himself. That pass wasn't great. They didn't get back 10. So now for a real chance to get into them. They'll be on the 5. The ball in the hands of Paul Tono. Try scorer today for Kiwis. Referee calls a tackle. So they've got to collapse it. There they go. I'm trying to pick and go. Hasn't quite worked yet. Referee, is he going to say the ball's down? He will. Try Kiwi Hawthorn. The phases were built, and they get away with that one. 66-29, kick to come. The Kiwis just get it there. Hard to say who the try scorer was. Tono to kick. Puts it out right. Kicks it. Nice. Hits the post and goes in. 66-31, 35-point ball game. So an even 5 converted tries the difference at the moment. Auckland have comfortably beaten New South Wales in the Super Rugby and around the Dewar Shield. We've got a ball game on our hands up at the Dog Pound. 27-19 in that one. At Harlequins, it's 82-7 against Melbourne Uni, and powerhouse lead at Endeavour Hills 38-10. Taken by Turton, and he'll go on a bit of a run up the guts. Trying to go wide. They've been pushed back, Kiwi Hawthorn. They go through the prop in Pritchard. If they can go quickly, they've probably got an outnumber on this outside. Big tackle, crunching tackle from Box Hill. Still got it though, Kiwis. Clausen trying to get through. Or Turton rather. Picking it out. Hines Townsend. They can try and go short side. Kiwis, not quite. Referee says the tackle was fine. Trying to get through now, Beard. They want to go through centre field. Goes back to the pocket to Levi. He'll kick, that'll dribble out over halfway. Good result for Kiwi Hawthorn, and Box Hill to throw the line out. Inside the final 20 minutes of this one. Box Hill with a strong lead. They've probably dominated the last 15 minutes at least. Probably this whole half. Line out to come on halfway. What will the Broncos do? Set piece specialists to this stage in the game. Won by Bright, and they'll come up through centre field through Waka. He's under halfway. Big tackle from Kiragoina of Kiwi Hawthorn. And the Broncos might be able to break past the half. They do. Burkett gets his hands off now through Lockwood. I want to go far side. Featherstone's there for support if he needs. Touch is going to win in the end, but I reckon the ball was knocked on. So that'll be a scrum for the visitors, Kiwi Hawthorn. They've been noble today. Box Hill is starting to build nicely though. Watch this Box Hill scrum and the way it pushes. Completely dominant in this round 7 clash for respect round. And Rugby Victoria's Match of the Day program. Big push from Box Hill. Kiwis just get it out in time through Tia Papaso. Here they come through centre field. Levi gets it off into Goiner. Goiner's been held up by his opposite number in Delite. Kiwis can pick it out. Wonder if they'll kick. Tia Papaso. Now going up through centre field was O'Callaghan for Kiwis. Trying to go short side. Here they come. Wasn't a great pass from Jojo Lagi. And Box Hill regathered possession. They get it out onto the 22 they go. Big push through the line. The offload was good. Pushing nicely for the line, far from home. Pushes it out for Lockwood as he knocked that on. Oh my, he has. Kiwis with a scrum. Still inside their 22. If they can get it out wide, they might be able to get going. As the scrum's being built, Kiwis are going to feed it through Tia Papaso. Big push from Box Hill as per. They'll end up with it though, Kiwis. Nicely done, trying to get through was Levi, unable to. He rolls, gains an extra metre for his side. Gonna try to go short side. Can't get around the tackle, despite the fend off. Tia Papaso does the up and under. It's going to jump for Levi. It's going to land for him in the end. Not legally. Featherstone went for the ball in the air. And despite a bit of feedback from the crowd, Box Hill are going to have a penalty on their 10 metre mark. Bit of feedback from both sets of supporters. Lockwood kicks into the 22. Nicely done. It's been a well-supported game here in Box Hill. OHL Sparks Reserve. Fantastic venue to watch rugby in Melbourne's East. Line out to be thrown by Garvidi of Box Hill. Placement hook up. That ball's gone long. And Kiwis try to go through Stenny. He's out up. Gets a nice little flick pass. Trying to get through O'Callaghan. Can't. Still in their own half. Kiwis. Tia Papaso pulls it back. Now up through centre field. Go short side. To the prop. In Borrell gear. Pushing towards the 10. Tia Papaso. Big tackle. Nicely done by Garvidi. Kiwis will hold on to it. Pritchard. Gets a nice little pass off. Can't get through though. Was Beard. Not answering the ruck correctly means a penalty for Kiwi Hawthorn. 10 to play in this one. So ball out over the 10. Line out to be thrown by Kiwi Hawthorn. Goes out the back. Kiwis hold on to the ball. Big run from Stenny. Here they come. Now through Turton. A huge tackle. And possession's lost for Kiwi Hawthorn. Box Hill try go now short side. Onto halfway. The flick pass goes out. Lockwood regathers and will kick. Crossfield kick. I think Featherstone's out there. Trying to run onto it as the wing up and he'll break free. Tamana Levu. Another try, Box Hill. Under the bar. (71-31). Kick to come in this one. Lockwood's kick to come. Couple of replacements for Box Hill. Straight through the middle. So changing the halves for Box Hill. Burkett makes way for Sargent. And back on is the centre and Waka. Box Hill by 42 points currently. Still a couple of minutes to play out. We'll go short and left. Kiwis. Box Hill will hold on to it though. Onto the 10. Referee says that's been knocked on. Behind the replacements tent. And we'll build for the scrum. Zone just about to set. Here in Melbourne and Melbourne's East. So a couple to play. It's going to be fed by Kiwi Hawthorn. Free kick for the Kiwis. And they'll go through centre field. Nice little kick to himself. And trying to get through there was Beard. And out to that far side, who's Goiner? Goiner held up, still a couple of metres until they're 22. Want to come through centre field. There's the prop in borrowed gear. They've got numbers wide if they want it. Tono. Unable to get his offload. Tackled nicely by Sargent of Box Hill. Want to go short side. Here through Pritchard. Crunching tackle into the turf. Want to go through Beard. Beard onto the 22. They keep playing. Borrowed gear with it now. Box Hill end up with the footy and then go wide. Got another 50 to run. Onto the 10. Offload nicely done. Box Hill walk this over the line and score another one. To 78-31 with a kick to come. And despite all their hard work, the Kiwis, Box will slap back nicely. Couple still to play. 5 or so minutes. Kiwis just need to hold on for that. Rugby Victoria's match of the day program, Box Hill and Kiwi Hawthorn, but around the Dewar Shield, Footscray 37-19 against Melbourne Unicorns. That try is converted. At Endeavour Hills, Powerhouse 38-10, despite a tight game early. And down at the Quins Club, Harlequins 106 to Melbourne Uni 7. Of course, the Store Local Lindroth Cup a little bit earlier today. A couple of tight ones. Powerhouse going out by 10 points to Endeavour Hills at home. And West losing by 2 points. Or perhaps that was last week. West losing 5-17 to Footscray. And Powerhouse Endeavour Hills playing a 29-all draw. Back underway, on to halfway now. Kiwis with the ball. Want to go through centre field into Clouston. See Papaso pulls it right. Trying to break the line was Turden. And for a high tackle, they'll get a penalty on halfway. Couple of minutes to play. Kiwi Hawthorn's first visit back to Box Hill since rejoining the Dewar Shield. That's kicked nicely into their 22. Can they find late points? The visitors. Line out to be thrown by Gardner for Kiwis. Short line out, and they can try and go through Turden. See Papaso into a Callahan. And a big penalty win for holding on to it was Box Hill. That's tap and go quickly. Trying to get through. Will Bright was the second rower. Sargent pulls it left. Trying to get through his Coro. Lockwood now. Got a couple more wide if they want it, including Featherstone. Gets his hands off back to Lockwood. Trying to dance around them. Offloaded nicely. Sargent with the fancy feet. Touch is going to win out in the end. They'll go the quick throw through Beard for Kiwi Hawthorn. Onto the 10-metre mark and past. Penalty Kiwi Hawthorn. They can't go quickly. They'll have to punt for the corner here to Giorgio Lagi. So inside their 22 again, Kiwi Hawthorn. Another line out. And they're attacking third, or attacking quarter. Had a big change. Now for Kiwi Hawthorn. Kiwis to throw the line out. Goes right to the back like an old-fashioned line out. Box Hill win it. Sargent will go back through centre field here. Tries to go to Gary Owen, can't. And trying to kick forward, running onto it is Turden. Try Kiwi Hawthorn. A fantastic try. And the Kiwis with potential their last points for the game. Tachi's happy with it. Try converted. $80-38. Potentially the last play of the day here. Look good to get us back and racing again. Kicks to this near side. Running on towards Turton. They can try go. Tia Papaso. On that far side. Got a channel open for him. Clouston. The pick and go. Trying to get through Turton. Onto the 10. Clouston again. Tia Papaso goes right. Trying to get through. And that is full time. 80-38. Box Hill win at home and build on their draw from last week. Kiwi still a lot to work on, but a good first half. In the end, it's Box Hill 80-38.